I know it's one of Sandeep's favorite areas. Waymo having remote support.
Shit.
So now we know for sure what happens when Waymos get into this kind of Mexican standoff type situation. Apparently somebody in the Philippines provides guidance.
Waymo has critical safety employees who may need to intervene in a split second if a Waymo encounters an unknown dangerous situation located in the United States. In what countries are these employees located?
Oh, great.
The Philippines.
Excuse me?
The Philippines.
During a congressional hearing on Wednesday, Waymo's chief safety officer, Mauricio Pena, was grilled over the company's use of Chinese-made vehicles and reliance
Keep
on
it in the same
overseas
country?
workers. After being pressed for a breakdown on where these overseas operators operate, Pena said that he didn't have those stats, explaining that some of the operators live in the U.S., but others live much further away, including in the Philippines.
Pulled out of the garage and I saw this going on. I was like,
I love it.
Waymo
Waymo standoff.
Yeah, what do you
what do you
do?
Get out of here, but
This is so funny.
Guess this would
Oh
be
my
kind of
gosh.
funny if not for the very real possibility of foreign hackers
Also
accessing and taking over the operations of these vehicles. This is Senator Ed Markey, quote, overseas remote assistance operations may be more susceptible to physical takeover by hostile actors, potentially granting them driver-like control over thousands of vehicles transporting passengers on American roads. Heavy and fast-moving vehicles could quickly become the weapons of foreign actors seeking to harm innocent Americans. Look, you do you, but I myself, because of all the...
Well, that's very true.
Yeah, wow. That's pretty wild to think about. Hey, if you're still watching, make sure to give us a like, share, and subscribe. And, you hear rumors of that, supposedly sometimes from Tesla autonomous vehicles as well, as that there's some remote access. And, I get why they do it, for potential hazardous or situations like this where they have to say, hey, this car hasn't moved in 2 minutes, what's going on, to take over. But I'm kind of with them as maybe it probably should be in-house here in the States instead of being international in case you get these hacking.
Wasn't the entire car made overseas or no?
Yeah, I think these
Waymos?
are like.
Yeah, let
I
me
think
see.
they were.
Yeah, I mean, they could be, but still, I mean, there should be some controls potentially. It seems like there's clearly a potential hacking hazard.
Well, but here's the thing: these Waymo things, and again, I'm not too familiar with the technology other than I shouldn't say technology with those cars, but they do have a steering wheel.
Yes.
So why can't?
But if you're using it as a taxi, right, and you're in the back seat.
No, I'm saying you're in the back seat. Why can't the operator basically say, okay, this car, we're in a situation. Can you get out of it?
But that particular video too, it looked like there was no one in those vehicles, right?
Oh.
So there was no one even in those vehicles to even get in the car, because I'm sure then the cars are locked once there's nobody in the car.
Yeah.
Because they've got cameras, I'm sure, all over the car.
Yeah.
So then they know nobody's in the car, so the doors are locked. So now we're in this Waymo standoff.
The potential security threat, I totally 100% agree.
But you could still get that security threat in America too, though.
But I'm just saying is that can be with anything.
Yeah, anything connected to your Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi can potentially be hacked.
Didn't we what was that? There was a potential basically jamming the whole signals in New York was going on a few months back.
Yep, back in September.
Yeah, so there was that was going on. So I mean, yes, it can be with anything. So nowadays it's I don't know. It's a topic where how much you're willing to give up.
So let's go around. Would you take a ride in a Waymo right now?
I have actually.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you would have.
No, I have because it was my only Uber. I needed to get back to the hotel. So
how was it?
It was fine.
No other person in it with you, like for potential.
No,
driving?
actually, I have it on my phone. I
Cool.
should show it to you guys. I recorded a little bit.
We'll put it in the clip.
All right. But it wasn't bad. But it was like I went to CrossFit in the morning, so it was like a 5 a.m. class. There was really nobody on the road for it to go through any crazy scenarios. But that's
What city was this?
Excuse me?
What city?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta. Okay.
So, but the example he showed was when it needs to make decisions. It's kind of like, to me, this is where maybe I'm pretty sure you guys done this programming with conveyors. You have to have a traffic cop. Mm-hmm. You have to have that software in there. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like there's need to be some fail safe within.
But that's what the previous video with the CEO of NVIDIA was mentioning.
Yeah.
Where they have that reasoning of, okay, who goes first? You were here. Let me move out of the way so you can get out. Whereas it's just like, hey, I need to go forward and I can't make a decision.
To be honest with you, I've done the programming before. It's not always 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when we do, like, in our world, right, PLC programming, when we have the scenario where you have PLCs and we have robots and we have let's say even a computer, right? So let's say we have three sets of, and they're all talking to each other, and when we do that, we set them one as a primary then we set up a slave and things like that, right? So still you have one system. It could be PLC, it could be computer, it could be, well, mostly PLC, in control, and is controlling the robot and things like that, right? So in a similar way, if the concepts in these cars and whatnot, if that was a case, say, hey, the priority is the in this scenario the priority is whatever that may be, right?
Well, that's where, I don't know, to me, everything looks nice in this perfect world. Like, for example, the last episode we were showing video of, what was it? Paving the road.
Construction? Yeah.
It was such a perfect day. It was
Yeah.
bright. It was sunny.
Flat.
It was straight.
Yeah.
Everything was perfect. Everything, programming is like, it's perfect. It's down a straight line. Everything's, in a perfect straight line. But when it gets messy, is like situations like that. Like, what do you do? That to me that's where I always say the real programmers come out.
Yeah, well, I get it, but in NVIDIA, I think that's where that will come in. I'm pretty sure they'll develop more on it, and I think that will be something that will help overcome some of these things. Mm-hmm. And
yep, I agree.
And I think we need to more and more go that route where we are programming it with the intention for the real world.
Yeah.
Because in reality, right, you look at some of this stuff. If we're just driving straight down the road, doing left hand, right hand turns, that's the easy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's these hard scenarios.
Well, let me throw something at you guys. I know you guys been to big towns. So what is like some of the craziest towns you drove in? You're like, oh man, what the hell am I doing?
Bangkok.
What was that?
Bangkok.
India. I want to say Houston.
Yeah.
Houston was okay.
No, I've been
there.
on the highway.
In the States here, right? You could say San Francisco, Houston,
I say New York.
Atlanta, New York.
Yeah,
right?
Houston
I drove in New York.
Well, no. What I guess what I'm alluding to is like it's like you're going, like, for example, I don't think I was going 90. It is little Priuses passing me. All these little cars are passing me, and then the highways are kind of confusing. I'm kind of like, okay, where do I go? And I'm kind of looking at Google.
Trying to look at your phone. And
you're just like,
well, in that
decide
case,
real quick.
I think I was in Canada too. It was
Canada can get confusing.
Yeah, there's like their highways are just.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. But yeah, so I think that's probably the one place. But in India, like first time I drove, last time I went a few years back. And I drove a car, and I was like, because we're so used to here our independence, right? So over there, I couldn't wait for people, so I started driving. Man,
Don't they drive like this, right?
No, they drive like
there's an
this.
opening.
Not like this. Like
On top of each other.
yeah. No, but it was a point where your split second hesitation, and you will be just parked there forever because you just let somebody else go.
Yeah.
So again, these are going to come on different areas, different cities first, learn, and then adapt.
I think they
hate
need
to
to
say
go.
this.
I think they need to go to, like, I seen a couple of companies or individuals in India doing the autonomous vehicles and stuff. I'm like, that's the best scenario right there.
Yeah.
If you can
true.
overcome that, you can drive it freaking anywhere.
Well, and,
in the
that's
world.
kind of the good old adage, right? Instead of going after the easiest thing, I'm thinking, okay, go in some small rural community, super simple, learn there. But in reality, yeah, you're probably right. If you can do it in the toughest spot
Yeah.
in the world, you
Yeah.
can do it in the easiest spot in the world.
Yeah.
If you do it in the easiest spot in the world, doesn't mean you can do it in the toughest spot in the
Yeah.
world.
So like, why we think like, all these autonomous cars and whatnot, they're in San Francisco, not just because of the technology or money. Technology is everywhere nowadays.
Yeah.
It's because of the weather,
Driving
because
conditions.
of the driving conditions,
Yep.
and things like that.
And the
That's the reason.
traffic and all the external factors.
And,
Yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
good point.
Have that Waymo come up here when it's like there's a 4 feet of snow, right?
Right.
So yeah,
You can try. You can try.
yeah.
So if you like that topic, like, subscribe, give Keegan a call. He's an expert in all these fields.
Yes.
Something like that.